Let's be honest. Why do we Africans, especially on international travel, turn a simple airport trip into a full blown survival mission? Are we just going for a fun vacation, sightseeing, or we're relocating a whole village? Because tell me, why would one person be carrying three garis, three fish, a full bag, three Ghana must go bags, all these luggages, and still be arguing? It's just small weight. Welcome back to Afrogist, where we say things that nobody wants to talk about. We talk about the things that people think, but they are not saying. Today, we're talking about Africans at the airport, from the house to check ins to boarding gates, all the chaos that comes with it. So, if you've ever traveled with an African or you are an African that has traveled, this video is for you. Let's begin with a checklist. Before Africans leave the house, the typical checklist is passport, tickets, food for 3 weeks, gifts for everybody abroad, and emergency stew. Yes, sometimes emergency stew. But the funny part is sometimes after all the checklists, they forget some of the important things like your eyeglasses, the charger. These days, you probably need a power bank and travel documents for whatever reason you're traveling. And somehow you remembered your dry fish, but you forgot, especially if you have any chronic diseases like hypertension, diabetes, you forgot your medications. Very, very important. If you are on chronic medications, please, that should be your number one next to your passport. Let's talk about luggage because this is where the problem starts. So you see inside the African luggage, gari, dry fish or crayfish, double wrapped like it is gold, like carefully packaged and wrapped. Egusi, pepper, some Maggi cubes, and then sometimes live crabs. Yes, you heard me. Live crabs. And sometimes I wonder, why are we coming with live crabs? Are they going to keep us company or what? Why do we need a live crabs? Make it make sense to me. At this point, the question is, are we traveling or we're just going to open a supermarket abroad? Like the way some people pack is like there is no food or markets abroad. There are supermarkets, depending on where you're going, international or Western world, there's a lot of African markets these days, thankfully. I mean, you don't have to, you don't need to. Just pack a few things that you need. But once you get there, whoever is hosting you should be able to help you out with the supermarkets. Just bring enough money. That's it. Next is the overweight luggage drama. Hey, this is where African people show their African strength. Then what happens? We have the luggage being overweight. For most international flights, the luggage maximum limit is 50 pounds, which is probably roughly 24 to 26 kilos ish, no more than that. But we usually have our luggages it's overweight. So then what happens? Then we have to open the baggages app, remove items, pray to God that whoever brought you to the airport is still around so they can take some home. If they've left, then you probably will have to trash them, put them in the trash somewhere. Some people are now wearing jackets over jackets, wearing now 3 jackets, 2 hats, moving things into the hand luggage. And then after all these things, if you're behind them in the line, they'll stand back at you and go, "Oh, sir, can you please help me put my luggage on the scale?" Really? Let's talk about lateness because why are we like this? We and time, sometimes it's a hustle. We have very, very difficult time keeping time, being punctual. Flight is at 10 p.m. Instructions say arrive 3 hours before departure. Africans, we're arriving like 1 hour before. So now people running, screaming, sweating. Look at the stress and chaos. We have to learn to be be on time at the airport, because if the flight is at 10 o'clock means it is taking off on the runway. The airplane is taking off on the runway. They start boarding about an hour before departure, so try to be there 3 hours. Latest is 2.5 hours to time. So if you are in Africa and you have to travel from your village long hours, try to do that. I would say my best bet, do that the day before, just to save yourself the hassle. So you're there the day before in the city where the airport is, so that from there to the airport, you're probably like maximum 30 minutes. So you could be there on time, because trust me, their airport lines is very long and it's a lot of people. So if you're late, you could be in the line waiting to be checked in, and then your flight takes off. You can lose your flight. You don't want to lose your flight, because remember, maybe you took a loan for this trip, or the whole family had to come together and sell that land, sell that property to take you abroad. So you don't have time to miss flights. Next, let's talk about passport names. Now, this one is very serious. Name on the passport does not match name on the ticket. How is that? Missing letters of your name and all that, even date of birth. Please check things before your trip is finalized. If you use a travel agency, make sure you do that during the initial processes, because at the airport, things are too late. People at the counter, they don't know you. You're there meeting them the first time, so you gotta prove this is you. You're not going to say, "Oh, my name is Amma." This Amma is spelled Ammah, and you are AMA on the ticket. There's a mismatch. So make sure things are aligned and they match. Next point, not knowing where you are going. This is very, very important. You have to know where you're going. You need to know the name of the city, who is picking you up, and how you're going to get there. You will not be at the counter and they're asking you where you're going, because usually in the airplane, before the plane lands, they're going to hand you some immigration cards to fill out where you're going and all that detail. Sometimes you even do that at the airport. So if you don't know where you're going, for example, you get there, where are you going? I'm going to UK. Where in the UK? Are you going to London? Are you going to Netherlands? Where are you going? So you need to make sure you know where you're going. Have the address of the person picking you up. You can't say my uncle is picking me up. What is the name of your uncle? You need to know all that. It's not at the airport that you're going to figure things out. You're moving with time. People are in line. They want to move it. You cannot hold people hostage. Okay, so get things aligned, check before you get to the airport. So thankfully, these days we have all these cell phones. Take a screenshot, memorize it, write it down in a piece of paper. Don't just stand in front of the immigration officer aloof, like you don't even know what's going on, because you decided to travel. So you need to prove where you're going. Congratulations. Now you pass the check-in, new level unlocked, boarding gate confusion. This can be another wahala. Note that there could be boarding gate changes. There could be more than one B gates. For the most part, in the African airports, things are simple. You could have just gate A, gate A2, A3, pretty much. That's it. But in the Western world, if you're in a bigger place or a bigger country, they probably have A1, B1, A2 through to A20, A30. It's a lot. So pay attention. A1 is different from A11. You don't want to walk all the way to A1, and meanwhile it says A11 on your boarding ticket. So once you pass immigration, TSA screen, everything is good to go. Put your passport in your carry-on luggage, because they don't look at past the TSA. Once you're at the boarding gate, you need your boarding pass. Take it out, read it, open your eyes. If you need to wear glasses, put it on, and make sure you are at the right boarding gate. Otherwise, you'll be walking up and down the airport following random people, like you don't know what the heck you're doing or where the heck you're going. So if it's your first time traveling, or you are an elderly person, or you're a disabled person, please request for airport assistance. Ask whoever is helping you purchase the ticket to request for airport assistance. Because why? It is a very good service. It's free. They will help you right from check-in through TSA to the boarding gate. No stress, no hassle, no chaos. Very, very helper friendly. You will be thankful and you'll be glad that you did. You're welcome. Finally, it's boarding time. Yay, you made it. We're about to board a plane. If it's your first time, you're probably very excited, daydreaming, singing hallelujah in your head. But then you hear group one. Hey, there's no need to stand up because check your boarding pass. You're probably group 5 or 7 or 8. Wait for your turn. Unless you don't mind standing, but just make sure you're not blocking the way of the line of those of the group 1 boarding with the group 1 boarding pass. Just be patient. You already made it. It will soon be your turn to board and you will get to your seat. No need to compete. Be patient. It will get your turn. You're already there. But honestly, this is what makes us unique. We're Africans, and that is who we are. The chaos, the energy, the vibes. We take Africa with us wherever we go. Sometimes I think we have to just tune it down a little bit. Let's be mindful. Let's read a lot because Africans, we do not read. Let's read and just follow the rules and we'll be good to go. Okay. So if you've enjoyed the video up to this point, you know what to do. Subscribe to this channel, like this video, and tell me in the comment section, what do you see Africans do at the airport? What are their airport behaviors? I know you have stories. Please share. Thank you for watching. Safe travels. If it's your first time traveling, I hope this video gave you some checklist things to look out for. And if you are a regular traveler, you know what to do. Have a safe flight, and I'll see you in the next video.